Sheroes are women that have been through extraordinary experiences, have proven to be sheroic, which by the way is not a word, in those efforts. We are seeking stories at sheroes.us about everyday women, and we want to highlight them. Women like the women that you're going to hear tonight that have overcome extreme obstacles, and they are making positive changes in other women's lives.
I can't describe the feeling I went through when I was told that my child was dead. No one can.
The worst obstacle I've had to face in my life was the loss of my 17-year-old daughter in an auto accident. It was very, very tragic, and just something that you really don't ever get over. You just learn to deal with it every day. Just know that I needed to be strong for the rest of my family. And I have 2 other teenagers and a husband, and I knew that it was very important that I get a grip and move forward.
As a near-death domestic violence survivor who had stepped forward and put my trust in the district attorney's office, received a call wherein they had to tell me that though they had an ironclad case, someone in their office had dropped the ball, and we missed the statute of limitations by 180 days. But I made a decision to take back my power. It wasn't the district attorney that had the power. I had the power, and I claimed that power and decided to do something about it and not give up.
As a teenager, I got involved with drugs and alcohol. It took a near-death experience for me to really have an understanding of how precious every single life is, including mine. I know that the hardest obstacle that I've ever had to face is feeling worthy of life. The more stories that I write, or have the honor and opportunity to really engage on a gut level, especially with women, and all of the trials and the tragedies and the triumphs that they've been through, that is when I feel my own soul stir with the truth and the knowledge that we're all not only capable, but that we deserve a life of incredible joy.
And I think what makes Sheroes different, and redefining what a powerful woman can look like. What a powerful woman can look like inside and out. And one of the reasons that gets me so excited to partner with this is that we can change that. We can change and have a woman's voice that's strong, who's deliberate, knows where she's going, what she can contribute, can then rally others around her and not looked at it negatively, but looked at creating the synergy that we're trying to do here. And I get so excited about that, what we can do.
And what's beautiful is that, I mean, I look around the table and you're all beautiful women. You know, you don't have your sleeves rolled up and you're, I'm gonna be out there in a man's world. You are bringing your feminine gifts to the table, which encompasses power and leadership, but also nurturing and such incredible love. It's about genshai, which means to make no one small, not even yourself. So it's about, you know, recognizing the magnificence within ourselves, all of it. Male, you know, but then to be able to recognize that in every single soul that we come across. That's the beauty of Sheroes.
And then to be able to have that impact, and to have that impact, as you use the word ripple, move forward and open doors.
The mindset that started happening with these women that came up and loved us afterwards and thanked us.
And told us their stories.
And freed them. And I think that's what this is going to do different, because yes, that is happening, but if we don't support that, if we don't support the shift of what a woman leader in her life and in her business, her community looks like, then it can easily go back to the old ways. That the women, somehow we need permission. And I think that's what we're trying to do here, is give that permission and then remind them they already have it. They've just diminished that,
Good point. And we all learned that, didn't we? You know, every single one of us has faced some tremendous trials. And through that journey, we found the gifts of our greatest glory. A lot of people don't understand that. They think, oh, I've had these trials, so I have to play small. And we're learning that we get to play big.
It's that higher, authentic, powerful self that's always there. Women it's always there for us. But what we do is we forget to ask it to come forward. We forget to give it permission. We use naturally we use more opportunity to diminish it than to bring it forward. In fact, we're looking for that. You know, the media does that too, to make us feel small, like you were talking about earlier, how we don't look or what we, you know, don't have or so forth. So that deliberateness of really being clear that every single woman has a Shero in her.
I like,
you know, these teenagers that see so many things on television that they're not skinny enough, they're not pretty enough, they're not worth it, that they need to somehow be enslaved sexually, mentally, physically, emotionally, however. How do we bring this to the table for these young women?
wow, great question. I think ultimately the answer to that is that many, many, many voices are going to carry many messages, as you said, and each one of us has a different perspective and viewpoint. And going forward, we need to identify the strengths, because each of us have
I
them.
want to do that too, and make it safer. Make it safer. And as women, you know, though we are natural nurturers and build alliances, we don't always make it safe for each other. We're fearful of judgment.
And support.
Right?
It's supporting each other. And
Right.
that's what we have to have, and we have to show that to our young people.
Identify younger groups and bring young Sheros forward so that they can use their voice in the schools, so that they can help, because the whole mean girl syndrome, that has got to go away. So going forward, we take these strong role models and we take these ideas and we sprout seeds in every garden, in everybody's mind, and hopefully those seeds will be cultivated, and ultimately, you know, great things could happen. Wouldn't it be neat if we could have a weekly talk where we talk about women's issues right now, current, hot, local, and we have a weekly segment where we're able to identify the women in that week that made a difference, that really stood out. I mean, think
And
about.
sometimes it wouldn't be a woman that you would normally necessarily see in the media.
Right.
Because a lot of strong Sheros are really quiet about their own stories. But something that someone else would say, hey, did you know? And then we can really highlight what this very strong but quiet person has done for their community.
I like that because it gives, part of what the Shero voice does is give some normalcy to life.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to have everything perfect. You don't have to have no challenge. And give that permission to share your challenges so just like the Marianne Williamson quote, so that others can feel that strength to want to do that too, and make it safer.
And how cool would that be if each state had their own little organization? Don't you feel so empowered by the women around you? I feel so empowered by you, ladies. I mean, you take my breath away at the things that you do every day, and I watch and marvel at all your accomplishments and all the lives that you're touching, and your bravery and your spirit and your soul. I just honestly think that we're onto something bigger than all of us. It is.
It's time.
It's time.
It's definitely time.
It's time. The time has come.
Go Sheros!